What's going on, everybody? It's your homeboy, Cable Line Number Care. Chilling out, maxing out, doing my thing. You already know what I do. I do show reviews. And in today's review, we're going to be talking about The Flash, Season 2, Episode 22. Yes, 222. Now, in this one, it basically showed, Zoom's metahuman army. Barry got his speed back from the Speed Force. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the intro to that episode was amazing. This episode was awesome. You basically saw an entire police forces get taken down one by one by one by the metas. It was crazy. Then for some reason all the metas decided to jump on the cop car that Joe and the police chief got hit by some type of plasma blast. It looked like, oh my god, I forgot that one super villain's name. He was basically a skull and he could shoot green fire. It looked just like him. Now, if you watch the original Justice League show, like the one that came out in the early 2000s, I believe. Yeah, it was Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. If you watched that, then you would have seen him. Actually, he was there when, oh my god, he was there when the Justice League teamed up with the League of Super Villains and they all defended the Earth. It was awesome. He was even the one that said, wait, after everything we done, you're still gonna lock us up? And then Batman said, 15-minute hit start. Now, let's get back into this. You saw some epicness in here. Like, for one, you saw how fast the Flash actually is compared to Zoom now. Zoom is still a little bit faster than the Flash. When Barry chased Zoom, you could see, going through the city. If you keep pausing the video, you can see that Barry was so much slower than Zoom. Well, not really that much. Like, basically, Zoom could run around a whole block, and by the time he makes it to, I'll say, the end of that block, Barry will be halfway down that block about to turn the corner. It was actually pretty cool, but let's get back into this. For one, they brought Laurel back. Now, spoiler alert for Arrow fans. I'm an Arrow fan too. Spoiler alert. Laurel actually got killed by Damien Dark. Now, he stabbed her in the heart with an arrow, so it was cool for them to actually keep her character in there. Like, not gonna lie, I like the Black Siren outfit. Like Laurel, I'll be honest, the Black Canary outfit did not do Laurel justice. Like she got a body on her, and that body was perfectly complemented with the Black Siren. Yes, it was. Now, basically, Zoom brought in the Black Siren, which is Laurel's doppelganger. Instead of using a device, she's an actual metahuman, like the actual Black Canary is. She don't use a device. All she can do is just scream out of her mouth. Now, I know you're gonna say this. Is she as strong as Banshee? To be honest, I don't know. Like, Laurel screams on Arrow can basically hurt you or something, buzz a few windows. Black Siren scream can topple a building. She was one of Zoom's lieutenants. Like this chick, okay, the entire premise of this episode, this chick was going around knocking down buildings, son. She wasn't going around hurting a few people. No, she was knocking down buildings. She was destroying shit, killing a lot of people. This chick was not playing. She's insanely powerful. I truly believe that she is as strong as Banshee from Supergirls. I truly believe that she's as strong as her. Now let's get into Wally and Jesse's side of this episode because that was also a big part. Now I know the whole big premise is Jesse Quick, Wally West. I'm hoping that Wally West will not get his powers. I'm hoping that Jesse Quick will get her powers. All right. Now I actually, for one, I actually looked at the girl's body type a bit differently. Her body type matches Jesse Quick's perfectly. Like Jess like Jess's body does match the original Jesse Quick, so she can be a good character. They matched the body type right. I didn't think her boobs were that big, but now it's all right. With Wally West, this kid's going around trying to be a damn superhero. It's funny. He actually tried to stop a purse snatching. Now, the guy that was purse snatching was actually a metahuman. Now, if you want to fight a metahuman, you have to be a weapon specialist or you have to have superpowers. I'm a weapon specialist. I could go up against them. Scythes, bow, swords, either way. I don't have superpowers. So I need to be a weapon specialist. Wally has neither. That kid was about to get annihilated by that dude. And then his father had to come up and save him. Now, the big part of this episode, like I said, was these two, whether or not they were going to be heroes. They were showing Wally wasn't to be a hero, then his father tried to talk him out of it, then Barry's talking about he could be, like, he should not talk him out of being the hero that he wants to be. So, with Jessie, she even had Caitlin do some tests on her to make sure that she was not a metahuman. And then her father was like, Jess, you're not a metahuman. Like, ever since the particle accelerator hit these kids, like the show's producers have been building up whether or not these kids are going to be speedsters or not. Wally West is driving around in the car. He was actually able to save the Flash. Oh, this is funny. He smacked the hell out of Laurel. Like, he smacked the hell out of her with the car. Because basically, like I said, Laurel was going around, aka Black Siren, Earth 2, going around toppling buildings. Like, this chick was not going around just punching a few people. She was toppling buildings, son. Now, over 200 decibels can kill a human. She hit Barry with 250, and he couldn't move at all. He was just totally fucked up. That's the strength of Zoom's lieutenants. Like, his lieutenants were Black Siren and Reverb. Now, let's be honest, Killer Frost and Firestorm could have also been his lieutenants too, but they were working for Reverb at the time. Anyway, let's get back into this. Now, she was about to actually kill Barry. Wally managed to smack this chick with the back of her car, put a big dent in his car, but he smacked that chick and sent her flying. Managed to help Barry in the car. Well, Barry's got in the car. He didn't really help him in. He just opened the door for him. Got in. He basically drove Barry somewhere so he can get out. He was excited that he actually was able to help the Flash because the Flash actually just was talking to him. Yeah, it's funny because Joe was totally against the idea of Wally going around trying to, be like Oliver and them. Like, Oliver and them are like me, the weapon specialists. They can handle metahumans. You cannot handle them, Wally. You can't. Like, you should have seen the way this kid actually took down that robber or something. He just ran up and just instantly grabbed him, and just took him down the normal traditional way you would see in like a Hollywood movie or something. I looked at that like, are you kidding me? For one, you slow as hell. Two, there was like 5 kill points you could have hit. 3, that dude, when you ran up on him, he had enough time to turn around and grab a knife and slit your throat. Like, come on, Wally, you can't be no superhero. And even the Flash told him that. The Flash told him that, yo, I have powers, dude. You don't. Oliver and them can do it because they have technology. They have weapon skills. They can do that. Come on, Wally. Like, just the whole premise was just blowing me. I'm like, in the first part of the episode, it was, Joe thinking that Wally was a metahuman. Jess, people were wondering here and there. It really was heavily set on Jess in this episode. I truly believe she's going to be just quick because Barry shared the Speed Force with her. He didn't share the Speed Force with Wally. That's why I know Wally's not going to be a speedster. It's impossible for that kid to be a speedster. Nor do I want him to be a speedster. Now, basically, Cisco and everybody managed to make this device that sends out this sonic wave that distorts metahumans from Earth 2. Because all of Zoom's metahuman army are from Earth 2. That's where they're all from. Now that Zoom was basically taking over the city, Barry couldn't keep catching them over and over and over and over again one by one. Because one, he's going to have to fight them. He doesn't have the energy for that. This way, he can basically send his shockwave out, which makes them unconscious. He grabs them, puts some in Iron Heights, and put the others in the little portal, or not portal, but little containment thing that they have over at Star Labs. Put them over there. Now, Zoom actually managed to get out of that some way because he was able to open a breach. Well, he was actually able to move 8 times faster than the Flash normally could when he opened a breach to Supergirl's world, so it makes sense that he can actually open a breach a little bit easier. All he did was literally flick his wrist, and the breach started opening. Now, that's how he actually escaped. Otherwise, Zoom would have been captured as well. Now, Barry just shut down his whole metahuman army. For some reason, everybody let their guard down and had a party for Harry because, well, Harry Allen, Barry's father, because he was staying to, guide Barry to really help him be more involved with everything because, he wanted some time for himself. I mean, the guy was in prison. I mean, his whole premise of his life was worried about dropping the soap. So when he got out, he really wanted to explore, the world, fish and everything, do what he wanted to do. Now, everybody's having dinner, and this kind of kills me. For one, Cisco had a vibe in the middle of dinner. Now, it's alright, he had that, but for one, the vibe was of Earth 2 splitting in half. Yeah, Earth 2 was literally splitting in half by the poles. Now, I don't know whether or not the singularity of it has anything to do with that or not, but we will find out. Could Ronnie possibly come back from that? because he possibly could just be lost in the singularity. If he's actually in the singularity, just like Barry was in the Speed Force, when that singularity or whatever is happening, Ronnie could possibly come back. The real Ronnie. That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be awesome. Not gonna lie. Anyway, now at dinner, everybody's there. You know, you got Dr. McGee who actually figured out Barry was a Flash. You have everybody there except Harrison Wells. Basically, when the sound device went off, it well malfunctioned with Jess's headset. So Harrison gave her his headset instead. So he passed out. You know, he's not doing anything. He's just unconscious. He'll be fine. He'll probably most likely wake up later on. He wasn't at the dinner though, which is surprising. But anyway, now at dinner, like I said, Cisco vibed. Barry said, "What did you see?" Why did Barry even say that in front of everybody? Well, Wally. Everybody else knew it was Wally that was there. He was the only one out of the loop. And now he was like, "What? What does that mean?" Then Caitlin said, "Well, he gets visions sometimes. Like, seriously, why didn't y'all cover for the man?" I'd have been like, "Hey, you alright, bro? You want to get some water or something? Here, I'll take you in the kitchen." And then, you talk about whatever, like, he saw. You didn't have to bring Wally in on it. Like, seriously, they're getting that kid too involved. It's really annoying me. I really, really hate that Wally. I like the original Wally West. The original, orange hair, freckles, original Wally West. Anyway, now, Zoom managed to actually run in there because they all let their guard down and capture Barry's father. Now, the whole situation was set up so Barry will reveal to Wally West that he's the Flash. Because as soon as Zoom took off with Barry's father, he didn't even think, he just took off too. Wally was like, "Wait a minute. This guy's the Flash," because, he basically looked at, them going, then he looked back at Barry, seeing he was gone, and he's like, "Wait a minute. There's no way he could possibly be that fast unless he's the Flash." So Zoom took Barry back to his old house, and they had a little touching moment where his father was telling Barry goodbye and such, and it'll be all right. Zoom killed Harry. Yep, stuck him right in the heart, ripped, destroyed his whole damn. Well, it basically crushed his heart. Easy enough to be said. Now I'm gonna be making a prediction video about what's gonna happen next episode, so make sure to stay tuned for that as well. Now I'm gonna really talk about more Jesse and Wally on this channel because even the show's producers are really throwing the audience mixed signals here. Now, Barry said that the hero that he's made to be or he's meant to be, and you shouldn't stop it either. Now, Jess is wondering herself, is she a metahuman? She's wondering, literally, I like how they're doing it. Jess is wondering the same thing as everybody else. In the audience, like, hey, am I a metahuman or not? The reason Wally is not wondering about that is because he doesn't know about the particle accelerator, how they got their powers. He doesn't know about all that. He doesn't know. So he wouldn't be asking all those questions like, hey, am I a metahuman or not? That's why Joe actually was trying to test him. He thought he was gonna be as fast as Barry. It was hilarious. Oh, but he dropped that coffee mug. He's like, are you okay? But anyway, now, guys, I really, really love this episode because it was so action-packed. It really took some turns that I did not see coming. Now, Barry's basically one pop down. Now, they're one doctor down because, Harry's going to be, like, the main doctor and such. I mean, Kayla can still do what he's used to do. But still, though. Alright, y'all. Thanks again for watching. This is being Homeboy Cable Line Network here. Oh, let me just say this, too. When they captured Black Siren, they were actually talking about, calling Oliver and them to telling them about, they have her. And I'm like, whoa, that's not a good idea right now at all. Because one, Damien Dark is already taking over everything. Two, their Laurel is dead. If he calls them and say that Laurel is there, it's going to create a whole big problem. And they really cannot deviate their focus right now. They got to deal with Damien Dark. Which the episode of Arrow is coming out today. Make sure to stay tuned for that on CW.com. Peace out, y'all, and talk to you laters.